Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of the Hear Our Story segment. My name is Sanya Motola, and with me are.
My name is Ogunjimi Bukola.
And I'm Jadisola Youth.
Okay, today we are going to be talking about cyberbullying. Yeah, you heard me right. Cyberbullying. What is cyberbullying? I feel cyberbullying is the harassment of people through social media or electronic device, like we call it, and cyberbullying has been like a menace that we all overlook because it's not beating up someone or it's not physical. Let me just use that word. It's not physical. We can't really see it. It's on the tabloids and all, and it has really been eaten deep into our society. And I think we really need to talk about it and probably provide solutions. So I feel like it's something that has been overlooked over the years. Like we overlook it and we term it as being savage or something that is normal or something that should not be termed as a problem. I have seen various things going on Twitter, on Instagram. People, being scared to post things so they don't be the victim. Everyone always wants to be the person who is, hyped, or the person who is talked about in the good way, not the other person. So I feel like cyberbullying should be something that we should address just like we're doing now. And Bukola, what do you have to say to that? Cyberbullying generally.
Okay, I think cyberbullying is no good for our society because if you look at it, you say, okay, when you want to look at the concept, look at the pros and cons. It has no advantage. The aim of cyberbullying is just to harass somebody. The intention is to cause harm, to make jest of somebody, to cause mockery, to make the person feel less important, or to even make the person feel stupid. So, in my opinion, cyberbullying is very bad, and it does things that the person, how would I put it? I'll say the person channeling that kind of energy does not know the impact of what he or she is doing. It's the receiver that knows the impact of, okay, this is what this person said is doing to me. For instance, now there was a time in my class where this application Sahara, it's an application whereby you create it, you open an account, send the link to people to drop their opinions about you or what they feel they've always wanted to say to you, and they will remain anonymous. So as a class, they created the account for the class, send the link. So it's okay, it's supposed to be for fun. Say what you feel about your classmates that you've always wanted to tell them. So due to the fact that you remain anonymous, people used it as an avenue to say all sorts of things about people, things they've been meaning to say. Some people even call out people, spell out their names and say, you are very dirty, you have mouth odor, you smell, you embarrass me, and they'll send it to the group chat. It got to a point that it was everywhere, and it really caused a lot of havoc that I know of. Even though it didn't happen to me personally, but I know that this thing is very bad and deadly.
Yeah, you said something. I forgot. I was saying, like you guys asked me if I have had issues with cyberbullying, but I forgot. This Sahara stuff we talked about, but it was not really Sahara. It was this app. It questioned me or asked me anything. It came out after Sahara. I think I posted it on my WhatsApp stuff, and then people were telling me stuff, and then I went to check because I would check, and then I saw one, and he told me that like, you the short girl, blah blah blah, you blind bat. Though when the person said it, I already knew who the person was. So imagine I was one insecure, depressed, broken person, and the person was in my faculty, and I go to faculty every day, and I walk in, and every time assuming I was insecure, I would feel less of myself. I would feel like exactly. I would not be, confident. I would feel like I don't belong here. So, do we feel like social media has a part to play in cyberbullying? Do you feel like social media has done greater wrong than right in our society?
Actually, concerning that, I don't think social media has done a lot of wrong. I wouldn't put the blame on social media. I think the people that started this thing had a good intention. We've had people whereby they've made a lot of money from social media. They've had a lot of things going on good for them from social media. It's just the people, a particular group of people who think that they can use social media as another, how would I put it?
The voice.
They can use social media in a different way. So these people, most times when you look at the perpetrators, they sometimes being the victim, or sometimes they just want to do it because they're not doing well personally and they want to vent their anger. And because they can remain anonymous and they feel you can't do anything, they hide behind screens and just do anything. So in my opinion, social media has nothing. It's not their fault that people are doing these things.
So, like in essence, what you said is that gun don't kill people, people kill people. So, like, people are actually like, okay, we see everything like a vessel. We actually make the vessel because we are the ones that think about what we get to do with it.
Exactly.
And I feel like we need to stop. I saw something on Twitter. I know you guys heard about it. It was all over the news. That Ashwaju's gist, where some girl came up and was like, "Oh, you blah blah blah." I don't really know what happened, but the next thing I heard was that he was trying to defend himself, and later on, he said he was going to kill himself because people were like insulting him, harassing him, threatening him, and all. And the next thing we heard was the guy was dead, and they didn't stop there. After his death, they created an account. They named it Ashwaju is dead. So you can see the extent people go just to be famous, to be acknowledged, because I feel like most of these people who try to get acknowledged on social media are not acknowledged in real life.
Yes.
So they try to get their acknowledgement there.
On Instagram
And
Twitter.
we have to think outside the box. Social media is just a connection of lines. It doesn't make us who we are. Unless you're making money or your business is on social media. Some people have turned this Twitter thing to a day-to-day life. Like, I've not said something,
Yes.
savage on Twitter.
Yeah,
today.
even handles
going to
Savage.
trend.
I've not
Dr.
said something.
Savage.
I've not said
Savage
something that will
replied.
trend today. I've not said something that will trend today. I have to. Some people even sit down to think about
They actually write it down.
clapbacks that they are going to give
Yes.
some people. Like our generations, we need to think more. We need to think more about what is important, and we also need to think about the other person that we are.
How is this person taking
Yeah,
it?
how does this person feel? Because we are not all strong. Because I spoke with one of our members. We were talking about the cyberbullying. Was it cyberbullying or something else? We're talking about it on the group, and she was like, okay, that some people, we are people now, we have to be strong. We can't all be blah blah blah. We can't all be. And I told her that we are not the same. Some people are broken, we just don't see it. Some people, they're not strong. So
you don't know what you can say and you push that person to the brim.
you don't know what edge the person is standing at. You just need to push the person
Okay.
to just.
There's even something I want to say. When you say we have to be strong, there's a question. Is there anybody that is really strong? Or we just wear the mask to look like? To me, I believe no matter how strong you are, there are some times that people will get to you. We've seen scenarios of whereby there are celebrities that we respect. We know they are matured and they don't clap back. But there will be something that somebody will say that they will say, I had to reply this one. We are all human beings and we have emotions. Blood runs through our veins. You can't say, I expect more from him. I expect him to be strong. Like he doesn't have emotion because he's holding. There's something that I know is that nobody has a heart together. There are people that have money that they have problems. Everybody is fighting one problem or the other. So because we all come out wearing a smiling face, wearing that mask, looking beautiful, does not mean that they don't have shit that they are going through. So you don't say, nobody has the right to come out to say.
Like you said, nobody's posting their failures. That's
Yes,
one thing for sure.
nobody is posting their failures. So you don't feel that because you should be able to take it. No, you're not in the position to say you're in this person should be able to handle it, because everybody has what they are going through, and our what would I call it, our level of tolerance differs. What you can take, I can't take it. So if you can't be kind, then don't say anything at all. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. If what you are going to say is not going to impact lives, don't say anything at all. Don't just say because I want to be funny.
Like you said, I expected more from me. You know that trend now about Banky, when someone posted
Range Rover.
No, not his Range Rover. Okay, there was even that Range Rover. It was not the Range Rover stuff I wanted to talk about. That tweet about Buhari in collecting bribe, that he replied the tweet that someone was now like, this was not ready to become a politician.
Yeah.
Expected more from him. That is not supposed to defend or reply the tweet. How do you expect someone not to reply when the person was told to defend himself? Like, you can't bring down, okay, even if he's not supposed to reply, it is choice. He decided to reply.
Who made the rules?
Who made
the rules that you are not supposed to reply?
And one person, just from nowhere, she just insulted him and called him Chris Brown or something, like Roland. Nivea Roland. I remember the exact word because I was really annoyed. It's not me, but I was imagining how he would have felt. Though he later laughed it out, but I'm sure at that point it felt really bad. And the funny thing is that this is what Nigerians like. After, I think the girl had like 300 and something followers. After that tweet like this, she was having like 1K followers just because. And this is why people want to do stuff like this, because they want to have more followers, and which is not right. Okay, we want to be funny at the expense of what? Another person. What if we are the one being laughed out the next day? We should think about stuff like that. We should really think about other people and put their feelings into consideration.
Let me choose something. So, based on what you said, I think the problem is people supporting them. Imagine, like you said, she had 300 and something followers, and after just that single thing that she did, followers increased rapidly. And if I was in a position, if I was the kind of person that, okay, all I want is just to increase, because basically what everybody wants now is to have very high followers on Instagram, to have many followers on Instagram. So if she did just that and she had thousands of followers on Instagram, I think she would want to do something more. She wants to do more. She wants to do something else like that. And other people seeing that also want the same thing that she does will do something like that. And we don't know. Most of us don't know what the victim is going through. We're not bothered about what the other person or the person that we're victimizing is going through, what that person is, probably going to happen to that person. We're just bothered about the number of followers that we have. So I think what we actually need to do is try to make people aware that bullying people on social media is not a good thing. If we have people if people support them less, imagine what she did when she was trying to bully Banky W in that scenario, and someone reports her. We have people put in place for stuff like that. They can just suspend the account. If her account was suspended in that case, she wouldn't do something like that again, and other people would probably learn from that, and they wouldn't want to do something else. So I think we, the other people on social media who were not experiencing it, we're not the victims, but then we are seeing it, should not encourage people doing it. So that's just what I
where
think.
misplaced priority comes into place. Like, I think we don't know what we are doing exactly, because some of us don't even have purpose. If we have not woken up to check what is on Twitter or what's trending, we don't feel alright. We don't feel like if you have not seen something that is savage in one day, you feel why is nobody talking now? Why is nobody? So we have to think about what is important, because that is what is affecting us in the world today. Everywhere, Nigeria, London, anywhere, we need to start thinking about stuff like this. We need to start, thinking about how to help the society. Exactly, because we are just like, we are too self-centered.
Yes,
we are thinking about ourselves, but sometimes you need to pause. To think about how you are affecting the society and how you can bring good to the society. There is a human being behind your screen. There is a person with feelings behind the screen, and maybe tomorrow it might be you. You need to start thinking about the other person. Cyberbullying is wrong, very terrible, and it does terrible thing to the person. You know the Ashwaju guy, he died amongst others.
Many
others that we don't even know about, others that just died
There
out.
was a story I read online about, it happened 2013, not in Nigeria, somewhere in South America also. So there's this girl that she was gang raped, then videoed, then the video came online, then people started threatening her, guys started coming to her with sexual offers, all sorts of things. There was a lot of harassment that she tried to commit suicide. Then she already hung herself. Then her mother saw her. Then her mother was able to get her. But because of the trauma of it on her brain, she was left in a vegetative state, and she had to use life support and all. Do you know that after months, it got to the point that her parents were the one that they turned off the life support machine because they were tired. They couldn't cope anymore. It was affecting their finances and all. That's one out of thousands of cases that happen. Now we've been talking about banky celebrities that handle it. Those are celebrities. These people have they have essence to live. What about those people that don't even have what they live for? That they just say something, then they get picked up on and they harass them, they create an hashtag and they feel so bad. What if it doesn't lead to suicide? What if it damaged that person's self-esteem for life, and the person feels inadequate, not good enough, the person to lose his or her voice? Because there are some people, they don't have a voice. They are scared to say what they stand for. They don't even.
Imagine me being scared to post something because I know if I post something,
what if I'll be? Yes, what would be? So some people just lose their voice. It doesn't lead to that suicide. What about other little things that? Because what's the essence of living if you don't have a purpose? If you feel inferior, if you feel inadequate, that kind of person cannot succeed. That kind of person cannot do well in life. So
and it starts with your tweet.
Yes.
Another thing about, sorry to cut you short, another thing about cyberbullying is it's very difficult to avoid, because most of us spend most of our time on social media, and compared to in-person bullying, it's you can easily leave that particular area, you can easily leave that particular school. But most people, according to what I read, it happens amongst teenagers the most and adolescents. Yes. So if they're going through that kind of thing, most of them are addicted to social media. They don't want to report that this is what is happening to them because they don't want their computers or their phones taken away from them. So they just keep going on and keep taking it like that, and they don't report to anybody. There was a particular story that I read of a 12-year-old boy. Was it 12 or 15? I don't know. He ended up in a psychiatric home because he was bullied. And I feel parents have more to do. Bulk of the work is with them. They have to maybe lessen the hours their children use on social media, or try to know what's going on with their kids, because most times people that even perpetrate this evil act have things going on with them too, so they just need someone to probably hear them out and help them. Well, I'm not saying that it's an excuse to bully other people, but I feel like they need some attention to some extent.
So, like you said, I don't think lessening the hours of social media will actually help. It starts with, how do you train your children? What and what do you say in presence of your children? And you as an adult, how do you talk? You, as someone told you like you are rude, you don't know how to talk. Have you changed? Have you put other? Are you the type to put yourself first before other people without caring about the effect it has on them? We need to start thinking, and start from children though, because it's easier to like straighten a child than an adult. So we need to start, talking to our children, right? Because okay, maybe you, the parents, are already calling your child an idiot or a fool. So the child goes out to become like that. My dad says that, and will call someone on social media a fool, or even in real life. So we have to take our parenting abilities or skills or whatever seriously, and we also have to, like, as adults, we have to think before we type. Think first, because some people don't think. They just, I want to type fast, I want to be the first
I
person
think the basis
to
of
say
everything
this.
is just to always put yourself in the person's shoes.
Yes.
Always think about whatever it is you want to say
Exactly,
before saying it. Think it through. And
Think through. Think before you leap.
Yes. Another thing is that be nice. Be nice. It's better to be nice than to be savage. You wouldn't gain anything from savagery. Say, that guy knows how to clap back. That guy, you don't know the kind of damage you are doing. What is the essence of your life if you are being destructive? We don't need destructive people in our society. There's a lot that we have going on. So we don't need more little bad tweets, hurtful words to make people feel less important.
And if you can't be nice, be quiet.
Yes. If you can't be nice, be quiet.
So thank you very much for joining us on today's episode of our Hear Our Story segment. Don't forget to tell your friends, to tell their friends about this show, and don't forget to like and subscribe as well. And follow us on Instagram at TFIN_official. Follow us on Twitter at TFIN_official, and our YouTube channel remains The Future Is Now. Thank you very much for joining us. I still remain Sanyo Motola.
Ogunjimi Bukola.
and that is all I you.
Alright, bye bye.
Bye.
See you next time.